Good afternoon. This is the video recording for the unit TAEASS401, and this is a video recording for the meeting along with the reviewers for reviewing the assessment tools. I'm Pradeepa Selvaraj, and good morning.
Good morning.
And
Good
would you
morning.
like to introduce yourself?
I'm Raj, reviewer number 1.
I'm Shirin, reviewer number 2.
And I've developed the assessment tools, and I'm going to request Raj and Shireen to review my assessment tools. Alright. So good morning, Raj and Shireen. Welcome. Thank you for accepting to be my reviewers. So I'll just explain this process of purpose of today's meeting. I've designed 5 assessment tools for 5 different units which have been contextualized according to the candidate's special needs and workplace requirements. Each assessment tools are for 5 different people. For example, let me explain about the first candidate, Lin Wei. Just one candidate I'll explain. Lin is a student undertaking a bridging program to allow him to undertake a traineeship in restaurant or food service roles. He has not worked before in Australia and he has migrated very recently. He has got few language literacy and numeracy challenges and can only write simple information such as basic forms with familiar content. He prefers to give his answers verbally rather than in writing. He may require additional time to read and understand any written information or forms. I've developed an assessment tool for the unit FSK OCM03, which is participate in simple spoken interactions at work for the above candidate Lin Wei. There are 4 more candidates, but they are very different to each other, like this, and each one has different needs and have different assessment tools designed for completely different units. Can you please review these assessment tools and check if they are up to the standards and specific to each candidate's workplace requirements and provide me with the feedback, please?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine, not a problem. Do you have any assessment tools and guides, standards against which we need to review the assessment tools?
Yes, you have to assess the tools against a guide, which main things in that is, I'll just explain to you. It's principles of assessment, and where you need to find out whether the assessment tool is fair, reliable, valid, flexible, and rules of evidence like whether it's sufficient, current, authentic, and a valid tool. But on top of me explaining it, there are few more criterias in addition to these principles of assessment and rules of evidence that these assessment tools needs to sit against. So I will provide the guide as a handout to both of you so that you can look at the assessment tool and review it and provide it as a feedback to me to see whether it's up to the standard. So here's your guide. I've just printed out few copies here. One
This is a
for
reminder. Please chase.
one for you, and I think I've given both to you. There's one on the bottom. Is it? No?
This is a
Oh yeah.
reminder.
No, it's
Please
here.
chase.
So that's one for you,
Thank you.
and then that's one for you.
Okay.
Okay. So would that handout be helpful if it provides all the criteria?
Yeah, sure, it's convenient. And when we record our feedback?
Our
after?
feedback forms, yes. I thought instead of giving it as a handout, wouldn't it be easier if I send it as an email to you? Yeah, so that you can type it and send electronically sign it, or you can print it out, sign it, and send it back to me. It's up to you, whichever is convenient. What do you think is convenient?
Yeah.
Is writing or
Yeah, no, I think it's email is better.
email is
Yeah,
okay for
email's
both of
better.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send the feedback forms to you as emails, the template, and then both of you can just type in your feedback in that. Okay. Also, I've explained about only one candidate. I need to discuss about the other 4 candidates, their needs and the units for which their assessment tools have been designed. Hence, we need to make an appointment to have a meeting to discuss those topics. This is the entire process. So I've explained the entire process to both of you. So do you have any questions regarding
That's
this?
no, it's pretty clear. When do you need the feedback form back?
Oh, okay. May I have it back by next week, please? Is it possible?
Yeah, sure. In that case, we may need to have a meeting today itself. I'm free at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Are you all free today?
Yeah, I'm free as well. It just depends on how long the meeting is gonna last.
It will just take approximately 1 hour to discuss about the candidates.
Yeah, that's
assessment
fine. Yeah,
tools,
I'm
yeah?
okay. Yeah.
So both of you happy to spend
Yeah.
your time today?
Yeah.
I'm available as
Yes,
well.
yeah,
I'm
all
available.
good,
All good? Okay, beautiful. Okay, well, if that's the case, I'll book the meeting room number 2 on level 2, B block at Blacktown Hospital for 2 p.m. today, the 11th of Jan. Okay? I'll send the meeting invite to both of you via email so that all the location, time, date, everything will be there. And we will have a reminder as well. Is that all right?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Any changes or if you're unable to make it, can you please ring me on the number that I've given to you, and it's in the email as well under my name. And if you can notify me, please, I'll cancel that and we can rebook it on some other.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay? All right, lovely. Great. Just to make sure that you both have understood what this activity is about, may I just request you to, both of you, to just teach me back regarding this review process so that if there is any questions regarding it, we can go through it again. Is it all right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, yeah, just we'll be attending the meeting at 2 o'clock today. You'll be sending the invite on the email
Yeah.
regarding the location. The meeting will go for an hour.
Yeah.
That's fine. We will be discussing regarding the other four candidates and their assessment tools designed for 4 other different units.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we'll be we'll be discussing regarding the other 4 candidates and their assessment tools designed for 4 other different units according to the needs and requirements, workplace requirements. Shirin, do you want to explain further just to make sure we are in same page?
Yeah, sure. I second whatever Raj just said. And in addition, we get a week to review these assessment tools against standards. That is the principles of assessment and rules of evidence guide that you have provided to us, and check if the tools are up to the standard as specific to each candidate's requirements. We have to report our feedback on the feedback forms that you have provided and return it to you. Am I right?
Yeah.
Beautiful, great understanding. That's absolutely correct. But just to reinforce again, the guide that I've provided, it just doesn't include just the principles of assessment and rules of evidence. It's got few more criteria against which the assessment tool needs to sit. So you have to just see see whether it matches and give your feedback regarding that. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely
lovely.
fine. Yeah.
So everything is understood very well. Do you have any other questions, both of you?
No, all
No.
good. Yeah.
No questions.
Okay. Thank you. In that case, I'll let you go so that we can meet again at 2
2
p.m.
o'clock, yeah.
today at level 2 meeting room, B block, room number 2.
Alrighty.
After lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Not a problem.
See you later then.
See you later. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's the end of recording.